Hey, so today I'm going to talk about two of the most hypiest sequels of great legacy film franchises that we have to see. We wanted it was supposed to be released in 2022, but now it's 2021 and it's here. So today I'm going to talk about Spider-Man first, Spider-Man No Way Home, and then I'm going to talk about Matrix Resurrections. So right at the bat, these two are quite different films. So I'm going to talk about one and then the other, and then kind of give an overview of how actually people perceive this film, or how the public discourse kind of changed around to. Now Spider-Man. Spider-Man is, I think, in recent memory, one of the most successful blockbuster. This film is literally pulling people into the theaters, and people are attributing it to like that it is going to save cinema, and it might just be. It has huge, humongous numbers. But the thing is, this film is actually good. This film has a lot of heart. The characters are grounded, and they have a lot of chemistry between the whole thing. Now, I'm not going to get into the total weeds of this, but this is a really good film. On the other hand, Matrix is quite a subversion. Matrix, through its first act, is quite meta. Matrix tries to be like a sort of a commentary on how audiences perceive this film, and how audiences always kind of pressuring studios or creators to kind of make new films, and how it's the regurgitation of the whole thing over and over again. But in the second half, Matrix actually goes into the full-blown Matrix style, and they did one thing that has never been done in a Matrix franchise. It's about Neo and Trinity's love story. The whole story is that's what they focus on, and that's like all they care about in the story. Now, Spider-Man No Way Home was received tremendously well. I think it still has like a cinema score of 99%. 99% people actually recommend it. It has a 94-95% reception. On the other hand, Matrix is completely divisive. Matrix, I think, is hovering around like almost 60%. People are saying that it's better than the last two, but never gonna be as good as the original one. It never really is. But people are saying that Spider-Man No Way Home is just a kind of gradual progression, like No Way Home, Far From Home, and now, Homecoming, No Way Home. It just kind of gradually got up. It never actually kind of became down. So these two franchises has quite a different kind of fan base. Now Marvel is Marvel, and Spider-Man is always going to have its own fair share. And Matrix started out as a full-blown blockbuster, and now I think it resides in sort of a cult classic status. In that sense that some people like the other two. The first one is classic, but the first one literally redefined action film in cinema. So there's that. But now, when the tides have turned, the films are not that cinema action heavy, but the stories are quite a bit complex and still kind of walks around with human issues that kind of treads the line between what a film of a blockbuster stature should do and what an indie film or what an independent film should do, or like what a art house film should do. So Matrix treats that well, and there are people who prefer one to the other, and there's always like people picking sides like what's going on. But overall, I want to say that this film are not that different. We just have to understand that where these characters are coming from. Matrix was an original film from the Wachowskis, and Wachowskis have kind of over the years quite tremendously changed their approaches in life, and through that their filmography and now their direction has changed. Only Lara Wachowski has actually kind of came back, and I would have wished that both of them were, but it seems like kind of if this film got only step of approval from one person, where I'd like to have that both of them did that. But overall, this has always been about human politics in a deeper level. Now in the Spider-Man was always about sacrifice and kind of self-reflecting what it means to be a hero, and what it means to be just trying to do the good thing from your own standpoint in life, from where you're standing. So in that, I don't think these two films are that similar. I don't think they should be that decent. If you can like either of them, neither of them, but these two films are not different. These films are different tonally. They are pandering to a different kind of audiences. Spider-Man, where is one doing humongous numbers. Matrix Resurrection actually got in HBO Max the same day as it got the theatrical release. So all in all, these two are quite different films, but I think we should support both of these films, and I don't think that I personally like Spider-Man more, but Matrix Resurrections has its merits. Matrix Resurrection will never be good as the original Matrix, but I just wish that they would have stuck with the meta thing. Spider-Man did the multiverse and crossover thing well. They should have done the meta thing well. But both are just good films. We should watch films like them and just not get bogged down in the weeds of what it should be or what should not be.